What up, boxing peeps? It's been a minute. Long time I haven't been on this. Haven't been on it because of school, my own training, and some laziness. I won't lie. Sometimes I have time. It's just I'm tired or I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. I got some homework to do or something. Anybody who's done college knows how busy you can be. And anybody who's done boxing knows how busy you can be. So I'm doing both at the same time. So time has been a bit of a problem. But I'm here to discuss the Amir Khan, Paul McCloskey fight on April 16th. The Victor Ortiz, Andre Berto, also on April 16th, different site. And also that night in Puerto Rico. It's Juanma Lopez versus Orlando Salido. First, I'll start off with Amir Khan, Paul McCloskey. Paul McCloskey, a lot of you guys probably haven't seen him. He's a southpaw. You know, he tries to use the shoulder roll like Floyd Mayweather, but from the southpaw stance. But he's nowhere near as fast as Floyd Mayweather to get away with that for a whole fight. He actually has a real good overhand left. Something that Amir Khan's chin has always been in question, so he might have to watch out for. But I think that's his only shot, to be honest with you. Amir Khan is just way too fast, way too strong, way too experienced. And, flat out just, he's out of McCloskey's class, I think. I think McCloskey doesn't really have a chance unless he lands that big overhand left. That I've seen a couple of his fights on YouTube, and I think it's legitimate power. And excuse me. And Amir Khan, I think he has an easy fight, but I think he only has an easy fight because he took a lot of punishment in the Marcos Maidana fight, and he wants a tune-up right before he fights Timothy Bradley, which should be a real anticipated fight. A lot of people have been waiting to see that. So, next I will discuss the Juanma Lopez Orlando Salido fight. It's Juanma. I really like Juanma. I really do. And but I think he shouldn't be fighting Salido. I think he should be fighting someone like Hosumi Hasagawa, the Japanese titleist, or Elio Rojas, the Dominican titleist, but I believe he's champion in recess or whatever, but he's real good. Or Chris John or something, but Orlando Salido, I understand that he's fighting him because that's who Gamboa fight. He dropped Gamboa, and Gamboa couldn't knock him out. And, if he can knock him out, he can talk trash. He can say, I didn't get knocked down and I knocked him out. But it's just not a good... I don't like the fight. I wish he could... I wish he would have fought one of those guys. Fought Hasagawa, Rojas, or John. I wish he would have fought one of those guys, instead of fighting him. And I'm hearing that after this fight, he's considering fighting Marquez again in a rematch, which I think is stupid, to be honest with you. I think you beat the guy already for the shoulder injury. I'll be honest with you, I didn't believe the shoulder injury. I just think he took a lot of punishment and was like, listen, I'm not going to be able to beat this young bull, so I guess I'll just say my shoulder hurts and get out of it. I know that's harsh to say, because Marquez is a true warrior that has fought many, many wars and, fought through a lot of pain. But I felt, and when he was fighting through those pain, he was competitive. He was fighting, and he was getting his way in those fights. This fight, although at the beginning was competitive, towards the last 3 rounds, he was just taking an absurd amount of punishment by a true puncher. Juanma really has a lot of power in those hands. So I felt he was like, listen, I have no chance. Might as well get out of it. As far as assessing his opponent, Salido's good, but he's not as good as he once was. He he's a typical Mexican fighter. Nice left hook. He's tough as nails, and he's come forward. And listening to a interview Juanma Lopez did, he said he's gonna be trying to be less aggressive because how he saw Cotto, and that inspired him to be less aggressive because he understands that you don't always gotta fight for the fans. So I feel Salido's playing into Juanma's plan. Juanma's saying he's gonna be patient, he's gonna box, he's gonna do this, and Salido, I've never seen him be a boxer, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a little bull and come and try to brawl with Juanma, which is not a good idea in the first place because Juanma has real power in his hands. But yeah, if he's gonna box him, then if Juanma's gonna box him, then I don't see how Salido can have a chance. Now getting to one of the potential fights of the year, Andre Berto versus Victor Ortiz. This fight should be a good one. This fight really should be a good one. You got two guys real hungry. A lot of people have been criticizing Andre Berto for lack of competition, and a lot of people have been questioning Victor Ortiz's heart. So when you question a fighter's heart, a fighter's willingness to fight good fighters, and now they're fighting a good fighter, they're gonna train that little extra. And I actually think Victor Ortiz moving up in weight actually helps him because I felt he was killing himself to make 140. But whatever. Yeah, so this fight is gonna be a real interesting fight. Oh, by the way, I picked Juanma to win the other one. If I didn't give the prediction. Yeah. Victor Ortiz has a lot of power in his hands. A lot of power. We saw that in the Marcos Maidana fight. Even though he got his ass whooped and he quit, and his balls is getting in question and all that, but he knocked down Maidana 3 times. Maidana, a major league chin, got knocked down 3 times, and it wasn't no flash knockdowns, all punishing knockdowns. And this lets you know the power he has. And if you see his, when he fought Vivian Harris, it was not much, but he knocked him out, and he dropped what's this guy's name, Peterson. I believe it was 2 times, 3 times. He got the draw. I felt he won, but he got the draw in that fight, but he dropped him 3 times. So his power is legitimate. Whether his power increases when he goes to 147, and because he was draining himself, or his power decreases because he's moving up in weight and the punches don't have that much effect, that's still to be seen. I actually think his power will increase because I felt he was killing himself to make 140. So I feel if he moves up, he'll be eating more healthier. He could let his body rest a little more, and he could have an extra 7 pounds or 6 pounds, whatever. I'm not sure if there's a catch weight, but yeah. But he has a tough task ahead of him. Andre Berto's hands are lightning fast, but he hasn't faced a lot of top competition, which has been the real criticism. If you see his last fight, he fought Freddie Hernandez, and he knocked him out in the first round. Although Freddie Hernandez only had 1 loss, but I think he was favored 15-1 in that fight or something like that, something crazy, 13-1, and there was a lot of rumblings that Hernandez wasn't a good fighter. I actually had never seen Hernandez until then, and I guess I can agree he's not a good fighter. So yeah, I think if Andre Berto could stay busy and move around and box, something like Jean Pascal did to Chad Dawson, bounce around, jump in, boom, 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 and bounce out, and work that to his effect. I think he can win if Victor Ortiz can could assert his right hook to keep him from doing that, I believe Victor Ortiz will win. That being said, I had real trouble picking this, but I'm leaning towards Victor Ortiz. I know that's not a popular pick and whatever. If you guys want to disagree, go. You're more than welcome, because I was thinking about picking Andre Berto, and whatever. I ended up picking Victor Ortiz, but the only reason is because I feel Victor Ortiz at least has fought some better opposition. He lives in California, so I know he's getting better sparring, because in California has become the mecca for sparring now. Everybody's out there. All these New York guys out there. All these Philly guys are out there. I'm like, you got people from the UK, Amir Khan's out there. I'm not saying they're sparring, but just give you an example who's out there in California. There's a lot of people that, not from California out there. So I'm pretty sure he's getting real tough sparring, whether it be in Oxnard or in LA or wherever. He's getting real tough sparring, I believe. And, I felt he's faced better competition. And with that, I haven't really seen much. I haven't really seen Andre Berto get tested that much. And the fact that there's questioning his chin because he's gotten knocked out in the amateurs before, and so I'm picking Victor Ortiz. I also felt Andre Berto lost to Louis Collazo, a southpaw, which Victor Ortiz is a southpaw, so which is another reason why I'm leaning towards Victor Ortiz. But I can see it going either way. All right, freaks, I'm back. So holla at me. I will be making more videos. Don't worry about it. I'll try not to be so sporadic like I was, because I believe the last video I made was in June last year. Was when I was at the Cotto fight. So I will keep you guys posted, and I'll make more videos. Peace.